Robert Gabriel Mugabe. Today, we are going to unlock some powerful secrets from the 95 years that he spent on this earth. His life, all the 95 years of it, contains powerful revolutionary lessons for you as an African and Africa as a continent.
Shame, 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 we say to the United States of America. Shame, 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 we say to Britain and its allies.
By the time he uttered this brave, accurate sentence, shaming America and Britain to their faces on their land, he was already in his 90s. They loathed, detested, and hated him so much that they had drowned his country of Zimbabwe with sanctions that crippled Zimbabwe's economy. This great African country is yet to recover from that period. Herein lies the first lesson. White privilege at the state level is alive and kicking. What I mean by that is this whole sanctions weapon is something that the West has been able to truly weaponize to oppress ordinary Africans. And we have to wake up to the reality of sanctions as a tool that continues to mess up the African continent. Let's go back to a younger Mugabe. The year is 1962 and Mugabe is 38 years old.
Well, we are totally opposed to the concept of multiracialism because it assumes in the first instance that the people have got to be arranged in compartments based on color. You have Europeans in one compartment, Asians and coloreds in two other compartments, and the Africans in another compartment. And immediately you talk of multiracialism, you are accepting as a starting point that the races are different, and this difference must be recognized. We are non-racialist in our approach. That is, we regard as an individual as an individual, and that everybody must be accorded his full political rights, whether he be white or black, educated or uneducated, rich or poor. And this is exactly why we are at the moment struggling to earn for our people one man, one vote.
Does that seem to you like a crazy, irrational person? At this time, Mugabe had a Bachelor of Arts degree in History and English from the University of Fort Hare in South Africa. He would go on to get 4 other bachelor degrees and 2 master's degrees, making him the most formally educated president in the world. Even more impressive, 5 of these degrees were by correspondence. 2 of them acquired while he was in prison. Clearly, he's not the caricature of the crazy old man that imperialists have painted him out to be. He reminds us that when the world kicks you down, you don't stay down, you rise up, because only you can keep yourself down. Nobody can do that. 14 years later, in 1976, a 52-year-old Mugabe reveals a powerful secret that today's Africa must internalize, mainstream, and operationalize.
Well, if it was a dance, it was a dance to our own tune, and not a dance to the Kissinger tune. And we are happy that if we have danced, we have remained constant. Our step has been always that there must be a transfer of power to the people of Zimbabwe as such, and not that there should remain effective power in the hands of the settler community, which is what Kissinger had intended should be achieved by Geneva.
Oh, I like that. We must dance to our own tune. Let that sink in. 50 years after Mugabe uttered these words, Africa, by and large, does not dance to her own tune. We are dancing to the IMF tune. We are dancing to the World Bank tune. We are dancing to Donald Trump's tune. We are dancing to the European Union's tune. We are dancing to China's tune. We are dancing to the United Arab Emirates tune. We are dancing to the Saudi Arabian tune. It's time to dance to our own tune. That's what real independence and sovereignty sounds and looks like. April 18th, 1980, Zimbabwe has attained its independence. On this day, Bob Marley, together with his Wailers band, performs at the independence celebrations at Rufaro Stadium in Harare. He performed his liberation anthem, Zimbabwe, a song he had released in 1979 in support of the freedom struggle. 56-year-old Robert Gabriel Mugabe is the new prime minister. A few days later, Mugabe reveals yet another powerful secret that must be declared and taught across Africa today.
I have no feeling of animosity or hostility. What we fought against and resisted all along the way was the political order here based on racialism, which was completely undemocratic, and we fought a system and therefore not individuals.
That's it, guys. We are fighting the wrong enemy in today's Africa. It's about the system, not individuals. We are fighting Donald Trump instead of fighting the neo-colonial American system, a system that runs the global economic order. We pay our loans in dollars. That's a deeply flawed, unfair system that we should fight. We buy our foreign goods in dollars. Africa needs to land a knockout blow on that system. We keep fighting Emmanuel Macron, yet he wasn't even born when Jacques Foccart, together with Charles de Gaulle, crafted the Francafrique system that ripped apart West and Central Africa into small, helpless pieces. Yes, we must call out Macron and Trump and these other figureheads of an economic and political order that continues to exploit Africa. We must call them out, but we must focus our fight on the system itself. Back to Mugabe. I know that he remains a divisive figure. I know that millions of Zimbabweans suffered greatly during the hyperinflation that characterized his later years. That neocolonialism that he is referring to remains a cancerous tumor that is hindering Africa's economic and political growth. Fellow Africans, whatever your views of Mugabe, listen to his powerful lessons. He may have become an imperfect messenger later on, but many of his messages remain spot on. Although we can only imagine what his leadership would have achieved if the West and his own imperfections hadn't interfered, we can actualize the Zimbabwe, the Africa that he envisioned.
Well, if it was a dance to our own tune.
An Africa that dances to her own tune.